Alright, so I got an idea for Embark. Hear me out. I think they should make one map, right? And make it where it's just strictly PvP. On top of that, boosted loot. On top of that, double XP for kills. Why do I think this is a good idea? Cause look, if we have a dedicated map for that, right? All of the kill hungry people are gonna go there and get their XPs up, right? On top of that, it's boosted loot, so I would say more pink guns around, like stuff like that, you know, legendary gun. Nah, I would say the legendary guns keep it how they are, where you have to get the blueprints through the the regular way. But Bobcats, Tempest, Berlettas, Volcanoes, all that should have a higher drop rate in this one specific map. Now, on top of that, you gotta make the map. I would say the lab size. You know, the size of the lab that's perfect for PvP. The only problem with it is the spawn points. Now, if they can get the spawn points right, they can get a map going that's very PvP influenced. I think we'd have a better time in the game in general. You know, it'd be quality of life. Cause majority of people would just start playing on the PvP map. Why? Because all the great loot is there. 9 times out of 10, I'm only killing people because I want them pink guns. You can't put pink guns in a safe pocket. You know, you can put the blueprints in your safe pocket, but you can't put that Bobcat in your safe pocket. So I'm taking that. Now, if we had a dedicated map for that, I would be on that map 24/7, strictly going for kills, trying to get a backpack full of Bobcats and Tempest and whatnot, you know. And then on top of this one map, being strictly PvP, right? On top of it being strictly PvP, there would be a thing where you cannot come in with a free loadout. You have to come with a specific number. So, green, gray, blue, pink, and gold, they're all going to be number based, you know? Gray being 1, green being 2, etc. So now, your limit should be like about 10, but your minimum should be 5. So that means you have to come in geared. You have to come in with like a blue and a green, or a pink and a gray, or at least a legendary gun. You know what I'm saying? This would make it so that people are forced to come in with their loot. You can't play this game with gear fear, you know? I feel like a lot of people are playing this game with gear fear. They're getting loot, they're putting it in their stash, but they're coming out with free loadouts. You know what I mean? And that's kind of killing the game a little bit, but not too much, because the game is still popping. You know, the game is going really good. So to summarize what I was saying is, we should get a map where it's strictly PvP, and the loot is numberized by its color or rarity, and you are forced to come in with a 5 or a 10. A 5 or a 10 rating for your gear. You know what I mean? So you would come in with a blue gun and a green gun, or you have to come in with a pink gun and a gray gun, or you can come in with 2 pinks if that's what you desire. You know what I mean? That way, when you get a kill, you're getting good loot. Then on top of that, like I said, put the double XP on it, so that, you know, it's encouraged to go PvP. And then everybody would just come to this one map to do that. You'd still have griefers, though. You don't get me wrong. You'd have a couple griefers still going around in the regular servers and stuff like that. But I feel like this would make that one map so hardcore, because why would you not rat that extraction? You know what I mean? You know everybody has pink guns, or they have blue and green guns, or you just know they have good loot. So don't get me wrong. I don't think extraction, ratting, camping, whatever you want to call it. I don't think that's a great way to play the game, but it's part of the game. People do it. You know what I mean? I've done it a couple times. Sometimes when I extract, I rat it out a little bit, so until I see somebody, smoke them, take a shit, then I'm gone, just to get a little bit of boost of the loot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just think Embark should just I feel like that map they just dropped, that would have been the perfect map for it. The only thing that's wrong about that map is the fucking spawning. It's horrible on that map. But that map is great for PvP. My first couple times on there, it was very strictly like PvE. But I promise you, if that map was PvP, double XP for kills, forced loadouts, no free loadouts, forced loadouts, that map would have been popping. Feel me? Stuff like this would happen. You'd see someone, you know what I'm saying, get the upper hand, boom. I got a free loadout. Don't get me wrong. I put him down. I did him dirty. He told me to do my trials. I did him dirty, but look at this. Oh, I don't got a free loadout. I thought I did. But look at the come up I just came up off of him. Imagine if I had a free loadout. Do you think that's fair? No, I don't. If you have a free loadout, man, I think free loadouts should get nerfed as well. I think you should only have but so many slots to carry, you know what I mean? There's just no reason for you to come in with a free loadout and you get a fucking kettle or a stitcher. Don't, like, bro, you can put shit down with those guns, bro. You get the first shot off, 9 times out of 10 you put them down. But a legendary gun, I got a fucking legendary gun up off of this guy. You know I'm extracting it. But yeah, like I said, I think Embark should make a map that is just strictly, or not even just, well, yeah, just strictly PvP. It doesn't even, it can have arcs in there too, you know what I'm saying? Don't make it to where there's only players there. It should be arcs there as well, because that's part of the game. But there should be an incentive to kill, you know what I mean? You should get double XP. Everybody should have forced loadouts, no free loadouts on this map. And then on top of that, it should also give you a ranking for your trials. It should give you points for your trial, in my opinion, because why not? You know what I mean? It's PvP. The names on the trials is it's rookie, then it's try hard, then it's legend, or whatever the fucking names are. But you know what I mean? How are you not a try hard and you're smoking people in PvP? You know what I mean? So I feel like the points on that should also go towards the trials. The ranking on it should go towards the trial. You know what I mean? The more kills you get, the more XP you get, or the whatever for trials. Like, it should go up as well. Yeah, but that's my idea for Embark. Hopefully they get to hear this video, you know. Maybe get a couple tips off of me, you know, from this video. I feel like they are definitely listening to their to the consumers for sure. They're listening to the players, you know. Obviously, all games listen to streamers more than anyone, but I feel like Embark is in a good place right now. You know, they're not a AAA company, so they're not bogus like Ubisoft and all these other companies. Sorry, Ubisoft, for throwing you under the bus like that, but I'm really mad the Division didn't get the love it was supposed to get. You know, the Division was a great game. It's damn near this game right here, Arc Raiders, reminds me of the Division. It reminds me of the Division and Helldivers mixed together in one. You know what I mean? Helldivers was cool, but it was strictly PvE. You know I'm not for that. I need PvP in my games. But yeah, shout out Embark, tap in. Let's get that PvP map going. And shout out to bro for giving me that equalizer. You know, slight work.